students, welcome back to our practical English program. I'm your host teacher, Joey Tsai. Our last chapter, chapter 15, we talk about when inspiration becomes an expiration. So today we want to have another wonderful article to introduce to you, chapter 16, FOG, emotional blackmailing. It's a psychological article, and today we have our writer with us, our number one cram school teacher, Simon Ling again. Welcome, Simon.
Hello, Joy.
Hello,
it's great to be back here again. Thanks, I'm doing great.
Okay.
Hi, students. Good to see you again.
This is a very interesting article, but actually sometimes it's very pathetic. Simon, have you ever encountered this kind of blackmailing, or you have been blackmailed by someone?
Of course, I think this is part of human nature. Mm-hmm. Ever since we were born, we're just little kids. The only way we can get what we need is through crying. So when we send out the signals of distress, our parents will come to care for us. So we learned by sending out signals of distressing, we will get what we wanted. So when we take advantage of that, it becomes a very bad habit. Mm-hmm. So we just automatically become blackmailer. Mm-hmm. So if we learn how to blackmail others, when we grow up, then we will also be blackmailed by others as well.
Okay, but babies are so cute. They're cute and chubby, so I think everybody just look at them and then they will love the babies, right?
Exactly.
So we are so happy to be blackmailed by our babies.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the first paragraph. Is your life regularly made difficult by some people close to you?
你的生活是否经常被亲近你的人弄得很难过？
They tell you that they would hurt themselves, become depressed or sick if you don't comply to their demands.
他们说，如果你不依从他们的要求，他们就会自我伤害。
And consider you selfish or uncaring when you refuse to give in.
如果你拒不服从，他们就会认为你自私或不关心。
In most relationships, we often have to make some compromises.
在大部分的关系里，我们必须经常的妥协。
However, falling into a pattern of a constant giving in,
但是落入一种惯性屈服模式，
particularly on the issues that are against our wishes or values, is demeaning and harmful.
尤其是在违背我们自己的希望或者价值观的事物上，是贬损而且有伤害的。
Those who use such a technique, known as emotional blackmailing, are called emotional blackmailers.
那些用所谓情绪勒索技巧的人，就叫做情绪勒索者。
And they use it to push us into complying at the expense of our own feelings, well-being, and dignity.
而且，他们用它逼使我们就范，以我们的幸福感觉以及尊严作为代价。
They could very easily and most likely be our families or friends.
他们很可能，而且绝大多数都是我们的亲人或朋友。
So, Teacher Simon, in most relationships, we often have to make some compromises.
Yes.
Can you give us some examples?
I guess when we get into the relationship, we have to sacrifice in order to make each other's happy. Mm-hmm. For example, in the single people,
Yes.
they have their own habit. But once two single people, man and woman, fall in love, in a way they have to sacrifice
Yes.
their old habits,
Right.
so that they can get along with each other
Right.
very well. I think that's some kind of compromise. But still, I think this compromise is very healthy because it's balanced.
Right, it's balanced. I have an example, like some husbands, they love to go back home late,
Right.
maybe around 11. Mm-hmm. Then wife will complain to them.
Right.
So wife said that you should come back around 9. Mm-hmm. Then they compromise. The husband come back around 10. So each other just a give and take.
Exactly, I think that's a very good example.
Okay, let's take a look at some vocabularies. Emotional adjective.
感情、情感、情绪上的，
Winning gives us emotional satisfaction.
获胜，给我们情感上的满足。
Blackmail, noun.
敲诈、勒索。
They were found guilty of blackmail and sent to prison.
他们被判勒索罪，被送入监狱。
Regularly, adverb.
有规律、定期的。
We meet regularly to discuss business.
我们定期会面，讨论事务。
Difficult, adjective.
难相处、不随和的。
He was a very difficult child.
他以前是一个很难相处的小孩。
Depressed, adjective.
沮丧、消沉、忧郁的。
She was depressed to learn of her illness.
她得知自己患病，心情十分抑郁。
Depressed 是一个形容词啊，表示是忧郁的。然后它的名词是 depression 啊，depression is a kind of disease. You have to go to see the doctor, and after you take medicine, I think people will get better. Okay, so don't be afraid of a depression. Comply, verb.
对什么样的命令、要求依从、顺服。
We comply with all fire safety rules.
我们遵守有关消防安全的全部条例。各位同学 ，comply 这个字呢，表示的是对于某种的要求或者规定去符合它。所以基本上，通常 comply 这个字呢，会用在对于法律或者一些常规上面用的字，比如说 comply to the tradition、comply to convention 这种字。
Demand, noun.
要求、请求。
They rejected the union demand.
他们拒绝了工会的要求。
Demand 也可以当动词用啊。那当然，它的形容词加 ing demanding. He is a very demanding boss, or he is a very demanding husband. That's not a good word, though. Next one, consider, verb.
认为。
Tim is considered an expert in computer science.
Tim 被认为是位电脑专家。
Selfish, adjective.
自私、利己主义、只顾自己的。
She's a selfish girl.
她是个自私自利的女孩。
Uncaring, adjective.
心不在焉、不注意的。
The charity criticized the city for its uncaring attitude to the homeless.
慈善机构批评这个城市对于无家可归的人漠不关心。
Refuse, verb.
拒绝、拒受、拒给、不准。
He refused my offer of help.
他拒绝了我的帮助。
Compromise, noun.
妥协、和解。
I hope we shall come to a compromise.
我希望我们能够达成妥协。
Actually, compromise is also a verb. They compromise with a new contract, something like that. Pattern, noun.
形态、式样、格局。
They like new patterns of family life.
他们喜欢新的家庭生活方式。
Particularly, adverb.
特别尤其地。
I'm particularly fond of her.
我特别的喜欢她。
Value, noun.
价值观。
What is the values of your life?
你生命的价值观是什么呢？
Demeaning, adjective.
贬低人、有损人格的。
He found it demeaning to ask his wife to support the family.
他觉得让妻子来养家糊口有损他的面子。
Technique, noun.
技巧、技术、技法。
They need to learn modern management techniques.
他们还得学习现代的管理技术。
Well-being, noun.
康乐、安康、福利。
She worked for the well-being of the underprivileged.
他为下层贫困民众的福祉而努力。Well-being 这个字，同学可以看得出来 ，well 是好 ，being 是存在，就是存在一个好的状态。So well-being actually means the state of in the very healthy and happiness. So for everything, everybody deserve to have that. So 这种 well-being 这个字，通常指的是一般大众的福利。
Dignity, noun.
尊严、庄严。
He maintained his dignity throughout the trial.
在整个审讯过程中，他始终不失尊严。
We have our phrase here. Give in.
让步。
He has given in to my views.
他已经让步，接受了我的看法。
At the expense of.
以什么作为代价
She completed the work at the expense of her health.
她完成了工作，但损害了健康。
Now let's take a look at second paragraph. In such an abusive relationship, the offending one tries to control the other person.
在这样虐柯的关系里，勒索者试图控制对方。
He or she ignores the other person's feelings and concerns, insists that his or her cause is more important.
他不管另一个人的感觉以及顾虑，坚称他的目标更重要。
And refuses to take any responsibility for the problems.
且拒绝为问题负任何责任。
The emotional blackmailers can be put into 4 different categories.
情绪勒索者可分为4大类。
Punishers, if you divorce me, you will never see your kids again.
惩罚者，丈夫会对太太说：“如果你敢跟我离婚，你将永远看不到孩子们。”
Self-punishers, if you don't buy that for me, I'll not eat dinner.
自我惩罚者，小孩会对父母说：“如果你不买给我，我就不吃饭。”
Sufferers, I'm depressed and sick because of what you did to me.
受苦人，通常是情侣，我沮丧难过是你造成的。
And tantalizers, I love you more if you do what I tell you to.
以及挑诱操弄者，通常也是在恋人。如果你照我所说的话，我会更爱你哦。
Teacher Simon, I really enjoy your vocal varieties.
Thank you.
Good job.
Well, I just talk with my own experiences.
Your own experiences?
Yep.
Okay. The main issue here is that one party is so demanding, so dominating, and the other one is not respected.
Right.
They have an unbalanced relationship.
Exactly.
Can we explain more about the 4 categories? I think the first one, the punishers, is easier to understand because we can see that in many couples.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as for the self-punishers, we can see that in kids.
Oh yeah, very.
They just refuse to do something, refuse to have meal, to have a bath, unless they can get some toys.
Exactly.
Right? I think here our students will be more confused with the other 2, like sufferers. Can we talk more about sufferers?
Okay, well, sufferer is in a way it's very similar to self-punisher.
Yeah.
But the difference is self-punisher is they do it deliberately.
Deliberately?
They deliberately to make themselves suffer, to make the other party feel guilty.
Okay.
But somehow sufferers, they unknowingly suffers, and it's their own problem. They cause their own problem, but somehow they didn't know that was their own problem. So they try to blame the problem on others.
Okay.
So that's unintentional. But still, their own suffering should be solved by themselves. Instead, they look to others
But the
for solution.
Yes, the sufferers will think that it is really your fault, not
Exactly.
my fault.
Right.
Right.
Because they refuse to take responsibility for their own problem.
Right. And how about tantalizer? I like the word tantalizer.
Well, tantalizer is actually that can be used on many relationships.
Yes.
Sometimes it can be even applied to the relation between the boss and the employees.
Okay.
Like
how?
Bosses usually promise something like a year-end bonus,
Right.
a big award,
Okay.
so that the employee will work harder for them. But turn out they never get it.
Or the promotion.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
So more like a carrot
Exactly. A
to
carrot.
tantalize you.
Exactly.
And how about in politics? Sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, in politics, I don't think I should say that in case that I'll get myself in trouble. But we can see this all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to have your votes.
Right. The candidates
Yeah.
of any political position before they got elected, they will promise anything.
Yes.
Even things they are not supposed to promise.
Yes.
But still, they make this empty promise.
Right. Just make you to be on the hook.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's go to the vocabularies. Abusive, adjective.
辱骂、诽谤、恶语的。
He was apparently abusive to the flight attendants.
显然，他对这位空服员说了一些辱骂的话，
Offend, verb.
冒犯、触怒、伤害谁的感情。
I hope I haven't offended you.
我希望我未冒犯您。
offend 是去冒犯然后 defend 是你去保护你自己，比如说 offensive position 就是你是一个防卫的位置 ，defensive 就是另外一个相反的意思。OK， 常常我们说 we don't want to be an offensive driver，but we want to be defensive driver to defend yourself. OK, next one, control verb.
控制、支配、管理。
The British government at that time controlled the island.
当时的英国政府控制该岛屿。
Ignore verb.
不顾、不理会、忽视。
His letters were ignored.
他的信无人理会。
Concern noun.
关心的事，重要的事。
That's no concern of mine.
那不关我的事。
Insist verb.
坚持、坚决认为。
She insisted that he was wrong.
他坚持地认为他错了。
Cause noun.
目标、理想或事业。
World peace is a cause we should all work for.
争取世界和平是一项我们都应该为之努力的事业。
Responsibility noun.
责任。
A little child does not feel much responsibility.
小孩子不会感觉到他们有什么责任。
Punisher noun.
处罚、惩罚者。
He battles the Punisher while posing as member of the Avengers.
当他扮演复仇者联盟的成员时，他与惩罚者作战。
Sufferer noun.
受害者。
They are the sufferers of the civil war.
他们是内战的受害者。
We have two key points here. Self-punisher.
自我惩罚者。
Tantalizer.
操弄人者。
Now let's get to the third paragraph. The abusive techniques they used to control their victims can be expressed with the acronym FOG.
他们用来操弄受害者的技巧可以用缩词 FOG 表示。
F for fear, O for obligation, and G for guilt.
F 是恐惧 ，O 是义务 ，G 是罪恶感。
Since emotional blackmailers are very close to us, they quickly discover our fear and use it to get what they want.
因为情绪勒索者是亲近我们的人，他们会很快地发现我们的恐惧，并利用它来达到他们的目的。
Furthermore, they never hesitate to put our sense of obligation to the test.
再者，他们会毫不犹豫地考验我们的责任感。
Ultimately, they exploit our sense of guilt to make us question ourselves and implicitly blame us for their own miseries.
最后，他们利用我们的罪恶感，让我们自我怀疑，并暗指他们的不幸是我们造成的。
We talk about FOG, fear, obligation, and guilt. How do they work here in different cases?
Well, like fear, usually it's like people take advantage of the most vulnerable part. We are
Yes.
afraid of losing something, or
Okay.
we are afraid of something that happened to us.
Yes.
That's become our most vulnerable part. And the offender, they knows that, so they will take that to threaten us, to blackmail us.
Like we are afraid of losing the relationship?
Exactly.
Or
Like in the divorce, I guess the both sides, the husband and wife, what they are afraid of most is losing the guardianship of their children.
yes.
So the both sides will take advantage of that to threaten the other side.
And how about obligation?
Well, obligation is definitely just from the word. Like we feel what they do is make us feel like we are obliged to make them feel happy. So their happiness is our obligation. So when they fail, when they don't feel happy, that means we failed our obligation.
I don't think that it's a smart concept though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't count my happiness on somebody else.
Exactly.
Right.
But blackmailers, usually they are not so smart. So usually they will fall into this kind of trap.
But what about the victims? How come they would believe that?
Well, because we have to know that blackmailers and the one being blackmailed, they are very close. They are in a very close relationship. So sometimes when you're so close to each other, you lose the perspective.
Oh, okay.
You got confused.
So if your spouse is very unhappy, maybe you can think about It's her own problem, not my problem.
Usually we should think of that way, but usually it's very difficult because when we're in a relationship, in a very intimate relationship with others, it's very hard to maintain a very clear mind.
That's right.
To think that.
But sometimes it's really you cause your spouse to be unhappy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we have to differentiate.
Exactly.
Which one is the really problem?
Yes.
Okay, good. And how about guilt?
Well, guilt is a little bit like obligation because when you failed your obligation,
yes,
you will definitely feel guilty.
All right.
Right.
Okay. What about those playboys?
Well,
they don't feel guilty at all.
One thing about playboy is they would do bad things, but they never feel guilty.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So they keep playing with others.
That's good, right?
I
So
don't know.
that makes them tough.
I can say I agree with that.
Yeah. So in some way, you are a good man.
Thank you very much. It's
Okay,
a very
let's
comfort.
take a look at some vocabularies. Victim, noun.
牺牲遇难者，
The victims of the explosion were buried last week.
爆炸事故的罹难者于上周举行了丧礼，
Express, verb.
表达、陈述、表示。
Really, I hardly know how to express my gratitude.
我真的不知道该如何表达我的感激之情。
Acronym, noun.
首字母缩写字
U4 is an acronym for Unidentified Flying Object.
UFO 是 Unidentified Flying Object 的首字母的缩略词。
Acronym 在英文里面是很常见的，譬如你们听到的 NASA， 或者是 APEC， 或者甚至是 CEO， right？ CEO 是 Chief Executive Officer， right？ 所以这是非常非常常见的。Obligation, noun.
道义或法律上的义务责任。
Our parents fulfill their obligation to support us.
父母亲尽到了抚养我们的责任。
Guilt, noun.
有罪、犯罪、过失。
The police couldn't prove the suspect's guilt.
警察不能证实嫌疑犯的罪行。
Hesitate, verb.
踌躇、犹豫。
Don't hesitate about that. Do it at once.
对于那件事，不要再犹豫了，马上去做吧。
Ultimately, adverb.
最后的，
Ultimately, they did get the police to come.
他们最终叫来了警察。
Now let's take a look at the final paragraph. But whatever the emotional abuses are, we can stop it by practicing assertiveness, emotional regulation, and effective communication skills.
但不管这些情绪勒索者是谁，我们一定可以用坚定、情绪管理和有效沟通等技巧阻止情绪勒索。
The secret is action and persistence.
秘诀是采取行动，很坚持。
We cannot change our partners, but we can change our reactions to them.
我们无法改变我们的伴侣，但可以改变对他们的回应方式。
The abusiveness in our partners is rooted in their own insecurity.
我们伴侣的虐柯行为源自于他们本身缺乏安全感。
We need to put our own welfare, health, and safety as the first priority.
我们必须将自己的福祉、健康及安全作为第一优先考量。
Remember, abuse is not our fault, and we deserve to be treated respectfully.
记住，虐柯行为并非我们的错，而且我们值得被尊重的对待。
Only when the emotional block matters, then that they can no longer impose on us. Would they stop such abusive behaviors and come to the senses?
只有当情绪勒索者知道他们不能再强加于我们时，他们才会停止虐柯行为并恢复理性。
And only till then would they start to take their own responsibilities and be respectful to others and to themselves as well.
也只有到那时，他们才会开始对自己负责，且尊重其他人以及他们自己。
Here are some vocabularies. Assertiveness, noun.
自信、魄力，
Her assertiveness was starting to be seen as arrogance.
他的自信已开始被认为是自负。
Regulation, noun.
规则，
He was fined for breaking traffic regulations.
他因违反交通规则而被罚款。
Effective, adjective.
有效的，
Window screens are effective in keeping out mosquitoes.
纱窗能有效地挡住蚊子。
Action, noun.
行动、行为、活动，
The quick action of the firemen saved the building from being burned down.
消防队员及时行动，该建筑物方免遭焚毁。
Persistence, noun.
坚持，
I have to attribute your success largely to your persistence.
我认为你的成功主要归诸于你的不懈努力。
Partner, noun.
伙伴，
They were partners in crime.
他们是同谋犯。
Reaction, noun.
反应、感应，
What was his reaction to the plan?
他对这个计划有什么反应？
Abusiveness, noun.
滥用、虐待、攻击、毁谤。
If he values your work, he may rein in his abusiveness.
如果他看重你的工作，他也许会对自己的谩骂有所收敛。各位同学 ，abuse 这个字呢，可以拆开来看，前面的字首 ab 就是 negative 的意思 ，use 是使用，不好的使用就是谩骂或错误的使用。那这个动词可以当成 abuse， 名词对不起，形容词叫做 abusive。那这个的形容词呢，可以转化成名词叫 abusiveness。
Root, verb.
来源于
The crime rooted in his greed for money.
这一犯罪行为起因于他对金钱的贪得无厌。
Root, just like a plant's roots, 树的根 ，so it's an orange， 它就是它原来源自哪里的意思。Insecurity, noun.
不安全、危险。
I think he's trying to deal with his fears and insecurities.
我认为他在试着解决他的恐惧与不安全感。
Welfare, noun.
福利、幸福、健康、安乐。
She works hard for the welfare of the poor.
他为了穷人的幸福而辛勤工作。
Priority, noun.
优先、优先权。
Safety has high priority in factories.
工厂里安全至关重要。
Priority is a noun, prioritize is the verb. You should prioritize your life and your careers so you will make yourself successful. Fault, noun.
错误。
The teacher found many faults in spelling and grammar in my composition.
老师在我作文中发现许多拼写和文法的错误。
Deserve, verb.
应受、该得。
They deserve to be punished.
他们应该受罚。
Respectfully, adverb.
恭敬地。
They stood respectfully when he entered the room.
当他走进房间时，他们都恭恭敬敬地站着。
Impose, verb.
把什么强加于其他人。
The present trouble was imposed on him.
目前的困难是强加在他身上的。
Behavior, noun.
行为，
He was on his best behavior.
他表现极好。
So students, it's about time to end this chapter. FOG, emotional blackmailing. I hope that next time when you encounter this situation, you know how to deal with them. And our next chapter is chapter 17 on UFO. That is a very interesting and mysterious article. I hope that you will be with us again next week. So till then, goodbye.
Goodbye.